We are live. We are talking touchdowns. I'm in here with my guy, JC Zargo, and of course, Tyler Hicks. Tyler, we just finished breaking down the NBA, but the work's not done. It's that time of year. We're diving right into the NFL. But, JC, since I missed Monday's show, I'm going to have to start with you. How's my favorite Tua Truther doing?
We're doing pretty good, all things considered. I understand the fraud narrative that's going on around Miami. However, I think the better tagline is that Tua isn't clutch because they didn't get blown out in either game, like the Chiefs or the Eagles. Both games, Tua was on a game-winning drive and made a mistake. So it's a small enough problem that I think they can correct it by the end of the season. So tough spot. I really was hoping we'd win that game. But you know what? The media is just giving us great bulletin board material. So don't, buy in now. If you put your futures in now, buy high because it's, don't give up on this team.
Well, I'm glad that even though you guys had another heartbreaking loss, you got bulletin board material. One thing I will say for the Dolphins, though, Tyler, that defense is getting better. And if they continue to improve, that's going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs. So while I'm having fun with JC right now, I would not count this team out. What do you think, Tyler?
Well, let's be honest. Looking back on the game after it's all said and done, a lateral backyard football defensive picked up fumble touchdown is what decided it. So, I mean, still haven't beat a winning team. That's troubling going towards the playoffs, but they looked a lot better than considering them just a fraud. They looked like they were in fraud territory in the first half. It looked like it was going to get ugly. And then they decided they were going to punch back a little bit. In the end, they didn't have enough time to punch back quick enough. So
I'm not sure if I dropped the stat on Monday's show, but everybody knows it's been over a year since the Dolphins beat a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
It's been in the last 700 days, they've only beat a team with a winning record once.
Damn.
Yeah.
It makes you feel any better, JC. The Steelers haven't gotten 400 yards in a game since the Killer Bees.
Shut up.
You mean the 5-3 Steelers?
Don't feel bad for you. Your team still wins. They still win Super Bowls. Who cares that they're a defensive
your
dominant?
Your team's got a better record than mine. You'll be all right.
Franchise. Years of
your
winning.
franchise got the only ever undefeated season.
Oh, boy, did we cling on to that. That's all we got. That's all we got.
It's had Dan Marino.
And what did that get us? A lot of AFC championships, and that's it. Not even. I think he's maybe 2. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's talk about now. Let's talk about this week.
All right. What did you guys think of last night's exciting showdown, JC? Probably hard to turn off the Taylor Swift collection last night, right?
Oh yeah, it was really something. I watched intermittently. Got some Fortnite in. You gotta love the OG map.
What?
No, you're too old for that. I'm gonna push on.
Are you gonna do a Fortnite dance on me right now?
I'm not that young.
Please do one of those little dances that you do after you kill someone.
Thank you. Will not. I'm so sorry I said anything. We just at this point though, are we just blindly taking?
Is there any Taylor Swift songs on the Fortnite soundtrack?
Definitely not. It's
Would
also
that be
funny
your dream?
Every other single popular song is in there, but no Taylor Swift yet.
Has Taylor ever been on 2K or Madden?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, yeah.
I know. Anyways, are we just blindly taking primetime unders now?
What do you mean now? We've been doing it all year.
That's true. I mean, but it's kind
Tyler's pissed at me because I just want to keep riding the streak.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's. I
jumped on the train. Was that the play yesterday that I said I wouldn't bet if there was a gun put to my head? Was the over in that game?
Oh, the over? Yeah, absolutely.
Was that the play?
I think so. You have to give Tyler props for wanting to die rather than taking the
Yeah,
elbow.
I was
Right?
like,
That's some like Ronnie
if
Lott stuff right there.
His bro was like, well, what about the over or something? I was like, a gun could literally come into this green screen right now and touch my forehead at the temple area. And I'm still not betting over in that game.
Yeah, I jumped on it pretty early when it was at like 39, and then I saw before the game it was down to 37.5. I'm like, that's still a good bet. Like anyone who would like to it,
We had the easiest bet in the game, and it was done after the first 2
Oh
drives.
yeah, that was
It
sweet.
was a 2-1 bet. Bears first drive punt, Panthers first drive punt.
I saw that on the sheet. Yeah, that was something. Yeah, I was disappointed to make the money line, but the cover was nice. Just unders. I'm like almost 10-0 in unders this season, and I'm like 1-3 in overs. So yeah, I'm never gonna bet an over in the NFL this season. Just lots and lots of unders.
Unders are 61% on the year, JC.
You'll love to see it.
Do you guys think Bryce Young's too small? Or do you think once they build a line, he'll be
No, I think the team sucks.
Oh no, that was my takeaway. That was what I was going to ask you guys. Can we say Young's bust yet?
No way.
Just because of how bad the offensive line is, I want to say no.
Bro, the receivers get no separation and they make no catches contested. Like, what do they do?
And like the dude that ran the punt back, like that dude can't go run a go route and give Young a shot at a deep ball. Like, we're running Thielen slants and Mingo drags. Like, no one's down the field.
Not to mention Frank Reich is on to Matt Canada with his innovation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a clunky looking offense.
Like he took that one deep ball shot to some when the dude, I think he said his last name was Strong. It was just a random receiver.
No, it was Stretchan or Strahan.
Yeah. Like they threw him one deep ball. He corralled it, brought it in. And I don't think he ever touched the field again that night. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't think it's on Bryce. I feel really bad for him being in that situation.
Like if you flip flop those two guys, Bryce and CJ Stroud, how different is Houston's record right now?
Yeah, I don't think it's that
I'd
much
say
different.
maybe they have one more loss, and it's last week where CJ had the best drive I've ever seen a rookie put together.
That's such a low bar, though.
How is it a low bar? CJ Stroud's having one of the best rookie seasons the quarterback's had in the last 10 years.
No, for sure, but they're 4-4. And that's what Tyler
That's good.
The
For a team that drafted 2 overall or whatever they drafted.
The other thing, too, about Young, though, is he's never going to be able to shake the fact that he's an Alabama quarterback.
I mean, is that the new one now that CJ Stroud's broken the curse of Ohio State quarterbacks?
Well, I wouldn't say he's broken the curse. I mean,
no, hey.
Well, I think Fields went to Ohio State, right?
Which one's going to be broken first, Alabama quarterback or USC quarterback?
USC. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Is Caleb going to do it?
The more I look at him, I don't think he's going to do it.
I think he'll be fine. I think Drake May's better.
I mean, it's just.
I think the talent and everything's there for Caleb, but I think his head is long gone. I think it's too big.
Yeah, he's gotten some NBA stuff, huh? Where he reads his own press.
Think about it. Like, probably getting drafted first like Bryce did.
Yeah.
He's probably going to a shitty situation. Like,
well, we know where he's going.
Yeah, and we were watching this
last night.
We're watching this kid cry in the stands in his mom's arms because they lost a game by a touchdown to a team ranked 5th in the nation. What do you think he's going to do when he's
he got outplayed at quarterback by my guy Penix?
What do you think he's going to do?
One of the 10 Hall of Famers.
Game after game after game, and his offensive line can't block for him, and he's running for his life.
Yeah. No, but I mean, Alabama could send 10 more quarterbacks to the NFL before USC sends another one, and it'll still be a USC quarterback. Like, I don't.
The Alabama quarterback thing, you could argue it's already broken.
With
Hurts.
He's an Oklahoma quarterback.
Yeah, but no, because I'd
say Tua, you would get more credit than Hurts.
Oh, there it is, Brad. I thought Tua was overrated, and I thought
he is. He is overrated.
I think both guys get credit for Alabama because.
But anyway,
if you put him on Carolina, they're still 1-7.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's not that good, right?
No, he's not.
So he doesn't break it in your eyes.
No, he does. Because the other ones were like Mac Jones and like AJ McCarron, right?
AJ
Like couldn't
McCarron
even be
was
like
solid, but he
backup.
was never like a starter. He was a great backup.
Yeah. Let's dive into this weekend. The Indianapolis Colts are -2. They're in New England. They're taking on the Patriots. The total is 43. JC, how do we not bet the Colts here?
Because Bill Belichick's coaching for his job.
Oh my God. How many Belichick trends have to get broken?
It's not a trend. It's the fact that he's coaching for his job.
It doesn't matter. He's been.
What, you think they would?
You think all of a sudden he wants to win? He didn't care for the first 9 weeks.
No, but I'm just saying, come on, like it's the pressure's on. But regardless, I have no interest in a side on this one. Just give me the under.
Okay, I can't argue with that. JC likes the under 43. Tyler, I've been telling you I wanted to talk you into the Colts all week. Have you got any closer to joining me here and fading this Patriots team?
No, I like the Colts here, but it's just I think there's better spots on the board to bet. If this was the only game to bet, I would be on the Colts. I'd rather just stay away from it just because I just don't think the Colts are like a solid team. Minshew at any moment could be turning the ball over more than we want them to. Belichick's defense could give them a little bit of problems. The way I approach it probably is just Jonathan Taylor touchdown and win. Plus 185, throw the points out. If they win, he probably finds the end zone. He can find it through the air or on the ground. That's my way of approaching this game.
I'd much rather just lay it with the Colts. I mean, it's -1.5, -2. Multiple O linemen out for the Patriots. Thank you, Mr. Cat. All right, can't talk you into it. I guess I'll be betting the Colts on my own. JC, it's not that early for you to get up and watch, is it?
No, it's like 8:30, I think. Yeah, 8:30.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not getting up for that though.
Oh, you gotta watch these two teams. This is gonna be great.
That's true. It could be Belichick's last game as a Patriot. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Why do you think Belichick's getting fired?
You haven't seen the reports?
Yeah, I see those reports because they have nothing else to write about, so they just write up a bunch of just crap.
Are you saying they're lying to us, Fred?
Yes.
Spreading misinformation?
Yes, I do. Out of Boston, the Boston media, the vaunted Boston media. That's who you're trusting?
Hey, the Boston Globe published one of the biggest stories of the past 100 years.
And what was that?
About all the priests, doing what they do.
What does that have to do with Bill Belichick?
It has to do with Boston media. You were hating on Boston media.
Boston sports media?
Oh, okay. Look, a guy can dream, right? My team's not playing this week, so that's, what's got my hopes. That's what I'm going to be rooting for.
Bro. Oh, my gosh. Well, at least you guys can't lose this week. The Cleveland Browns are +6.5. They're in Baltimore. They're taking on the Ravens. They're -6.5 with a total of 38. Pretty wild to me, Tyler. Who do you like?
Tease Baltimore down or use their money line and money line parlays if that gets you a cheaper ticket. I think they win the game. It's an ugly matchup. Deshaun Watson's not on the injury report for the first time in however long, so maybe that shoulder is right. But I'll fade it that it's not fully right and that they won't be able to win this game. I'm on Baltimore here. Not laying it just in teasers or money line parlays.
I agree with you, Tyler. Of course, we've already teased this. If you have access to the treasure map, we had that up on Tuesday. So we have it at even. It's moved a half a point since then. But I think it's moving in the wrong direction, JC. If I were, and I'm not, but if I were to take a side here, I'm taking the 6.5 with the Browns. This is a divisional matchup. Two teams, they play each other tough, and we know how this goes in this AFC North division, right? Even when the Steelers are terrible and the Ravens are awesome, the game's close. Browns are terrible. Bengals are awesome, the game's close. All these division games are always close. I think the points is the right side, but I'm already sitting on that teaser, so I'm kind of fine not getting involved here. What do you think?
I really like the under here. That's definitely it.
Even though it's 38?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's my concern on these low unders, and it hasn't borne out so far this season. So maybe you should just tell me to shut up because I probably said this about every under that we didn't want to take that ends up hitting.
Uh-huh.
But when you have the two good defenses, the short field position or a pick six can force this game to go over. I guess, but then you look at last night, right, where you would think that was a punt return for a touchdown, right? I mean, those are the type of things with two good defenses where the game could still go under or over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was gonna say I agree. You probably got to go Cleveland or pass just because, but it's either gonna be a close game or it's just gonna be an absolute blowout, right?
to be fair, your under 38 correlates with my plus 6.5. It's such a low total, right?
But it could also be 28-3. Like I just don't know what to make of this Cleveland team. They're all over the place. It is a divisional game though, so you got to put that into consideration. So it's either going to be like a 3-point game, or it's going to be a Baltimore blowout.
I'll tell you what I make of this Cleveland team. Top 5 defense. They can shut anyone down, including this high-powered Baltimore offense.
Yeah.
Below average offense, relies on running the ball and Amari Cooper getting open. Two things that have not happened consistently so far this season. So you can count on Cleveland to shut down their opponents. The question is, can they keep up with that impotent offense?
I think you're overanalyzing an AFC North matchup when chaos can ensue at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the points. Let's not overanalyze.
I mean, because last time they played, they held Lamar to 27 rushing yards. Granted, he still rushed for 2 TDs, so that's kind of a weird.
That last matchup they played this year, you could throw it out because DTR was the quarterback. So Cleveland.
No, that's why I'm not from the offensive side, but looking at it from a defensive side, like they held Lamar to 27 rushing yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. I don't see that. Like I don't see the 2 TDs, right? If they can hold down his rushing yards, they should be able to keep the score low enough to keep it close. So I don't know. You're kind of talking me into the 6.5, but I think the under is a great play.
I think we're correlated, so I think we're lining up here, JC. I think we can get away with both. I like where we're sitting here.
Let's just parlay it. Why not?
We do that? We don't do that.
We don't, but you could.
I mean, JC, we're going to get accused of being homophobic for how we tell everyone to just play everything straight.
It's true.
You think they're going to come for us?
And maybe you out in California.
Yeah, you should be safe. Side Club Tools makes a good point. He says Cleveland #1 defense, Ravens #2 rated defense. Yeah, that's from Sumer Sports. I'm not sure who that is, but most rankings have them in the top 5.
I would say, well, I wouldn't know if that was just like a power rankings or like statistically. Like statistically, I don't think you really need to cite your source on that one.
Yeah. All right. Perfect rotation. We will get to that Seahawks game in a second. My answer is going to be yes, but we'll get to that here in just a bit. Let's talk about the Houston Texans, who are +6 taking on a Cincinnati Bengals team that will be without T. Higgins, Tyler. I thought he was getting close to fully healthy. Now, all of a sudden, he's out for the game. Jamar Chase is questionable. Who are we missing on the Texans side? We're missing some receivers there as well, right?
Nico Collins is out. Damian Pierce is out.
How about Tank Dell?
He'll be in.
Okay. So no Nico Collins, no Damian Pierce on one side, no T. Higgins, maybe no Jamar Chase on the other. Bengals laying 6, totals 47. Tyler, my initial thoughts here is that I want the Texans, but projections are going to like the Texans. But what we've seen so far, C.J. Stroud has been so much better at home than on the road. On the road here against a very stout Bengals defense. Also potential letdown spot coming off that big win on primetime, right? But even as much as I want to play the Texans, I'm worried about Stroud on the road against a good defense. What are your thoughts? Did the Bengals have enough firepower, even without T. Higgins, to cover the 6-point spread?
Yeah, I think it hurts Houston more losing their running back and their main wide receiver. Tank Dell looked good last week. Noah Brown looked good. But now those guys become wide receivers 1s and 2s. Dalton Schultz also played a good game, but the Cincinnati defense is way better of a unit that they're matching up against.
Yeah.
Which quarterback do you trust more with their main weapons out? I'm going to take Burrow. Burrow can find these tight ends. You've seen it last week. He targeted all 3 tight ends for Cincinnati. Sample got in the end zone. Tanner Hudson was getting yards. Irv Smith was targeted also. He'll find Tyler Boyd. He'll find Trenton Irwin. He'll find that I can't even pronounce his name. The dude caught a touchdown earlier in the year, and everyone was just wondering who he was. I think his name starts with like an I. But there's just so many guys Burrow's just going to spread this ball out to. Houston's run defense is also terrible. This is the spot where Mixon comes in, gets like 100 yards and 3 touchdowns or something. So lock Cincinnati in your teasers.
Mixon gets like 100 yards. This could be like 33 carries. That guy's got no juice no more.
Yeah, but it's going to be a game where I think he at least finds the end zone at least once or twice.
So I see DB Gnarly in the chat, right? He's from Houston. Did you know Perfect Rotation's from Houston too?
Yeah.
Bro, we got to start picking the Rockets and the Texans every show now.
I don't know if that's like how we approach that kind of stuff spread, but
I know, I'm just kidding around. But hey, this gives me an opportunity to go ahead and promote the show that we got going on. Perfect Rotation, I'm sure you know, but just a reminder, if you are in the Houston area, I will be on ESPN 97.5 The Game tonight. That will be at 6 Central Time. ESPN 97.5 The Game, the wagering world, myself, 5-star in Vegas, Tino Real, and we will be talking about that game. Perfect Rotation says that as a Houstonian, we lose this game hard. We lose by at least a TD. So he likes the Bengals minus the 6. I think it's a tough game to get involved with. JC, laying 6, one of the higher totals on the board here at 47. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it feels too easy taking Cincinnati to win by a touchdown in this game against Houston.
Why does it feel too easy? You're going against the best rookie quarterback.
Everyone just watched him come off that game-winning drive. Everybody's trying to throw this dude in the MVP conversation. This is where they come back.
No, he's not MVP, but he's Rookie of the Year.
I agree. You're seeing his name thrown in MVP conversations now, though.
You got to unfollow those people.
Yoshi Vosh is the receiver Tyler was talking about.
Yoshi Vosh,
yeah. Touchdown. Him to score a touchdown, 21 to 1.
What's his name? Yoshi Boss.
Yeah, it's spelled Iosibas, but it's pronounced Yoshi Vosh.
That sounds like someone like you'd fight at the end of a Super Mario game. It's the Yoshi Boss. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was a little weird. Yeah, it's Houston's they're playing good ball. They're playing above expectations, but now they're going up against we talked about it. I don't talk about it last week. This is probably the best team in the AFC. The way they're playing right now, they're probably the best team. Yeah, it hurts not having their weapons, but they're playing Houston, not Kansas City. So grab it now at 6.5 before it jumps to 7. It just feels too easy. It's not.
It doesn't feel easy to me at all. I'm so surprised you feel this way.
Yeah, and it's a spot where you lay the 6.5, and if you lose, you shrug it off. But you don't want to be on that plus 6.5 and then watch the Chiefs roll them 35-14 or something like that.
Yeah, but you don't want to be minus 6.5 and watch CJ Stroud down 14 move against that cover 2 with 3 minutes to go and backdoor cover.
It happens. Far less likely, though. What's more likely, Tyler? A blowout or a close game?
Blowout.
Close game.
Is your name Tyler?
Oh, sorry.
Less likely to happen here?
No, it's more likely.
Oh, more likely? Probably a closer game, but it's the NFL we're talking about. You just don't get blowouts. But every once in a while, you do get a blowout. And if I scroll through this NFL board for this week, this is one of the ones that I do pencil in. Is like I could see this score coming across the ticker at the bottom of my screen and it being like 35-10 in the third quarter, and it's like, well, that game got out of hand pretty quick.
Right.
Great point here by our guy Robert. I want that cat. Houston, they looked great last week. Was a bottom 5 defense against the pass.
Look at all those guys in Texas just rolled out.
Do you know who Henty Toto is?
Yeah, starting middle linebacker.
You knew that?
Look at this guy.
He went to Alabama.
I got egg all over my face, bro.
Suck it, Fred. Suck it.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
I even told you what college you went to.
Was this a 5-star restaurant? Because I just got served right there. All right. So JC, I'm not saying that that bet can't cash. I'm just saying this is a tough one for me to get involved with. I think it's highly variant. I know the chat's loving you just serving me. All right. And you want to see, all right, you guys, another time for one of the most popular parts of this show. And that's when Tyler and JC gang up on me. We're talking about the 49ers. They're -3. They're in Jacksonville. They're taking on generational talent, Trevor Lawrence. They're taking on Super Bowl winning coach, Doug Peterson. They have Travis Etienne. They have Calvin Ridley. They're catching 3 points. But yet Tyler still wants to take the San Francisco 49ers on a 3-game losing streak, starting a 7th-round pick against the best prospect in the last 10 years? Why, Tyler? Why?
Jags are literally bound to lay an egg here eventually. San Fran's not going to continue to lose games. They're a very top-heavy team. They got about 4 guys. 3 of them were hurt. They got a bye week. Now a lot of those guys are healthier. Debo's 100% going to be in this game. Trent, I think, is going to try and give it a go. Not sure if he makes it the whole game. But this Jags defense, it can't really defend the pass. Ayuk with Debo back is going to be running wide open. In the field, when it shrinks and they get into the red zone, he's not just going to get blanketed like he's had in the last couple of weeks. He'll still be able to get open. The Jags have done well against the run, but this is CMC and San Fran coming in. I don't think they're going to be able to stop
CMC with the torn oblique, whose yards per carry has been down over the last 3 weeks.
Coming off a bye week, healthier than he was the last time we seen him. The Jags have also just played a very weird schedule. You just start from the beginning. They beat up on the Colts, which they always do. Then they come home and they lose a 17-9 matchup with the Chiefs. Then they go get pounded by the Texans by 20. Then they head to London for 2 weeks and beat the Falcons and the Bills. Then they come back and they beat the Colts, which they always do. Then they beat the Saints on Thursday night, and then they beat the Steelers in a mud bowl on a Sunday.
Whose dog is that?
That's
JC.
I thought I had my mic on mute.
Yeah, mute it up, JC.
I'm so sorry. I got the mic.
Only 2 on 1 here. The dog can't gang up on me.
I have a mute button here, and I didn't realize.
What's great is my dog is upstairs now growling, getting ready to bark. I can hear it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know. Where's my cats here when I need them?
It's not working. I was locked in on the tapping.
Gosh, yeah. All right, Tyler. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your breakdown. I just felt like 2 on 1's fine. I didn't want to have to fight 3 on 1.
You're good.
The dog totally agrees with you guys, though.
Yeah, we didn't do the dog jump.
And we know how much you hate dogs, Fred. So,
I know. I have a friend who's Chinese, and he told me that's because I'm Year of the Dragon, and so the Year of the Dragon, our enemy is the Year of the Dog. All right, Tyler, go ahead. As JC makes a funny face.
No comment on whatever you just talked about, but yeah. Niners. They're gonna smash here. Don't overthink it.
They're not.
They're gonna win this game by double digits.
All right, JC, why do you and your dog want the San Francisco 49ers here?
I mean, it's an absolute bounce back smash spot for the 49ers. I can't believe it's only 3 points.
How much should it be?
5.
So you think the Niners are 8 points better than the Jaguars?
Yeah. I mean, especially coming off.
Oh my God!
Coming off a bye in a 3-game losing streak, like this team, it's about as must win as you can be in Week 10. And the Jags, they're a good team, but they beat up on crappy teams. Like they haven't beaten anyone impressive. The 49ers have Debo back.
The Bills aren't impressive.
Not anymore. They might not even make the playoffs.
Oh my
God. It was in London. So
after they win this week, are you gonna say the same thing?
Oh yeah, if San Francisco loses, they're frauds. They're
No, they're not. They're hurt.
They're not now. They got Debo back.
Yeah, but Trent Williams isn't 100%.
Okay, you can't. Then that's not it's not an excuse. If you got one good player hurt, that's not an excuse.
The best offensive tackle in football.
That's not enough to lose to a team like Jackson. They're playing Jacksonville. They're not playing Philly. They're not playing Kansas City.
Jacksonville, who's 6-2.
They're a 6-2 team that has beat no one.
Except for the Buffalo
A
Bills.
jet lag Bills team in England, dude. Like that's not.
You're talking about a Bills team that's not even in a playoff picture right now.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
All right. Does anyone want to bet me? I'll say I bet the Bills make the playoffs. Does anyone want to bet me?
No, you're probably right, but
because you know I'm probably.
But we're talking about right now. We're talking about week 10 because yes, the Bills will probably put it together before week 19. But as it currently stands, that's not that impressive of a win.
Oh my God! And who's the Niners' most impressive win then? Since we're talking about impressive wins.
I mean,
the Cowboys.
They literally walked into Dallas and bent them over.
40.
Yeah, who cares? Cowboys suck.
Are you sure about that?
No, I mean I'm kind of.
They're spanking everyone they're playing until there's losing streak. And they got to get out of it. You can't lose 4 in a row if you're supposed to.
They lost to the Browns, and who was the quarterback in that game?
CDP.
Is this the game when everyone died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're reaching.
No, it's PJ Walker. That was the PJ Walker game.
Yeah. Lost to PJ Walker here.
Right, which is why they got to get out of this funk. And they're coming off a bye.
So are the Jaguars.
But I mean, San Francisco's going to be ready.
Jacksonville's going to be ready too. I have the better quarterback and I have the better coach. And I'm at home.
I don't know.
And I'm catching points.
It's 3 points. I mean, you really think
3 points.
You really think San Francisco's only going to win by 2? Like, if you want Jacksonville, take the money line.
Well, I probably will.
I can't believe you're taking Jacksonville. Like, I could understand staying away.
I have the better coach, the better quarterback, and I'm at home. Why would I not do this?
Because it's the Jaguars versus the 49ers. The 49ers are a better team. They got their full offense back.
No, they don't. Their best tackle is still hurt.
Oh, okay. Tackle. I was thinking lineman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. McCaffrey and Debo will carve up Jacksonville.
No.
Okay. Worst case, it turns into a shootout. It's a high-scoring game. Who do you want?
You're right. If this game goes over, it correlates to the 49ers winning.
Yeah. If I told you the final was going to be 28-35, who would you take?
Jacksonville. I'm just fucking with you now.
Oh, okay.
I still like Jacksonville here. I don't think the 49ers are this easy shoo-in that you guys do. Tyler, anything more on this game before we move on? Obviously, we're not going to convince each other. JC, do you have any other points you want to move in on why you like the San Francisco 49ers? I still like the 49ers. I'm a NorCal guy.
No, I think I've said everything I've had to say like 3 times. If I can't convince you, I just can't help you. Just
hey, out where you live, Tyler, does everyone wear those little Steelers flags on their car?
Oh,
they go out the window?
No.
Bro, in Memphis, people there's so many Steeler wrapped cars.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Just because everyone liked him before the Titans got there?
Yeah. Well, sorry about that.
It's okay.
There goes my dog.
It's a big Dallas and Steelers market here because, like in Memphis too, so Titans are pretty new, and they got big beef with the Titans because when they came to Tennessee, they were supposed to play in Memphis for a year, and they didn't even finish out the year here.
Why? I don't remember that.
Yeah. They took the font. Oh my gosh.
What were they playing at the college?
Yeah, at the Liberty Bowl. And basically, they couldn't. I don't know if they were playing at Vandy or where they were playing in. It had to have been Vandy in Nashville, and I think it wasn't big enough. And so, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was attendance or what, they said, "Screw it, we're going to Vanderbilt now. We'll take the fine that the NFL is going to give us each week for playing in, I think, too small of a stadium, and get out of Memphis." And so, ever since then, like Memphis kind of hates the Titans, and also too, Titans haven't been very good since they've been in Tennessee. So, just a big Steelers and Dallas market here.
How close is Memphis to Nashville?
2.5, 3 hours.
So about the same for me to drive to Frisco?
If you say so.
So if you were in LA, it would be the same of going from like Hollywood to Pasadena. Isn't that crazy how bad the traffic is? Yeah. It's like an hour and 15 minutes to go 15 miles. All right. I think we're done on the 49ers versus the Jaguars. I feel that each side presented very good points. Hopefully, you guys listen to me and win some money. But if you want to go with Tyler, I understand. The New Orleans Saints and Derek Carr are -3 in Minnesota, taking on Josh Dobbs and the Vikings. The total's 41. What do you think, Tyler?
Just skip it. Nobody want to bet this game.
Wow. All right. Well, I was going to use the bathroom, so that's not going to help us. Maybe the next one. What do you think, JC?
Yeah, I got no interest in betting this game either.
All right. Sign Collectibles like the Vikings +3 and the money line. I wonder why. I mean, they have won 4 games in a row. I guess that would be something there.
The Saints always screw stuff up. Like, just an ugly game. I just would rather not bet.
You can't really trust Josh Dobbs. Like, there's no telling how this game's going to go.
Right. I think I would like the Saints there. So I'm surprised Sign Collectibles on the other side. I mean, in what area are the Vikings better than the Saints?
Depends what we see out of Dobbs. Like, offensively, they could be.
I just don't think we need to dive into this game and like overanalyze it. It's 2 shitty teams matching off against each other. Let's just not bet it.
But 2 teams that you really never know.
2 teams that are like 5-4.
Spread. We would have had an undefeated. Spread. This is the same. Spread. I'm not. We would have had an undefeated week last week, but you made me talk into Saints -7.5.
I don't think I did because I didn't end up betting it.
Yeah, because all I wanted to do was tease them. You're like, well, it'll win by 7.5. I want to lay it, and I'm like, I don't like laying 7.5. Like, oh, it'll be all right, and then they win the game by 7. No, we're not betting this dog shit game.
And in New Orleans,
to the next one. We're not analyzing it anymore. I'll take over the hosting duties.
Can I break down the game really quick?
Tennessee heading to Tampa Bay. Tennessee is a 1.5-point underdog. The total's 38.5. JC, what do you got for this game?
Oh man, this is a tough one. I mean, kind of just like from what we've seen from Tampa recently, just continue to lose close games they should win. We got Levis though going for Tennessee, so that makes them kind of a different team than what we've seen all season. They're kind of hoping for a rebirth from them. So my gut says Tampa Bay. But it's just, I mean, they just can't finish games. And I don't know, if they're going to turn it around. I don't know what to distract from Will Levis, basically. Like, if it's still the same Tennessee team, I'm not scared of this.
I don't like that comment from our guy, Perfect Rotation. Getting scared off the game, getting scared of a little Will Levis, like they're not going to be all over him in this game.
Right. Like, I really don't think Levis is going to be that much more of an upgrade than Tannehill, but you just never know. Like, sometimes if something fresh is enough, and Tampa Bay's not that great, so, like, he wouldn't have to be spectacular to beat them. But if you're going to make me make a pick, I'd probably take Tampa Bay, and I don't hate the under. I kind of really like the under here as well.
Yeah, I'll leave the total alone in this one, but yeah, I think Tampa gets right. They get back in the winning column. Should have been in the winning column last week if CJ Stroud doesn't put together that last second drive to win the game. Baker's going to hit these receivers. They're going to get open against this defense. It's a pass funnel. Mike Evans is going to smash this spot. DeAndre Hopkins could also come back on the other side and have a good game, but Derrick Henry is not, I don't think, against this rush defense with Vita Vea in the middle. I don't think Will Levis being able to throw the ball to one guy is going to open up that much running room for him either. So it's literally going to have to be Levis finding touchdowns again like he did against the Falcons where he threw 3 touchdowns to one guy who caught 4 passes. I don't trust that here. Give me Tampa Bay to get right and get in the win column here.
Spreads Jacksonville rant cost the people half a point. So while he was ranting, I was able to get Cincy at -6. And before I had chance to let everybody know because of that rant and I got distracted, it's already back up to 6.5. So if that makes or break the spread, it's on you. Because you can't take the easiest bet, maybe of the year.
That happened last week.
What?
The easiest bet of the year was when they went to Dallas.
No, it was the Raiders had a new coach. It was from Compton.
The second easiest was the Raiders.
All right. Is it my turn to break down the game?
If you must.
All right. So Derek Carr is better. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm on the opposite side of you guys again.
Wow. I'm not strong in this one. You can talk me into it.
Give me the Tennessee Titans and Will Levis.
Is it Will Levis that's putting you over the edge here?
Yes, because now they have a competent offense. Bro, did you see him? Bro, he was standing in the pocket pushing the ball down the field.
He's not that much better than Tannehill.
He is. Tannehill at this point was terrible. Do you remember that game? Do you remember the game of the Titans and Saints?
No.
Tannehill left so many throws on the field.
Tannehill sucks. I've been saying it since he was in Miami. But I just
think we agree. We agree that Tannehill sucks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're saying that Will Levis sucks if you think that they're the same. And he doesn't. He was pushing the ball down the field.
I'm just saying it's too early. Like, look, there's a reason this dude's been in the league, like 2-3 years now, and this is the
What are you talking about? Will Levis is a rookie. That was his first start.
No, Will Levis. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of to someone else. Yes, rookie. Yes.
You're thinking of Willis.
Yes, I am. There's a reason though that he didn't start this season, right? Like, I have faith in him.
Yeah, because he was the most raw prospect of any team. He came out of University of Kentucky. He's got the biggest arm. He's fairly athletic for his size. It looked like it was going to be a Josh Allen deal where you got this big, broody knucklehead out there with a cannon for an arm, and we got to teach him how to read defenses, be accurate. We'll sit him behind Tannehill. We'll sit him behind the veteran. Now he's got the chance to shine, and this team is a lot better for it.
I think he will be better than Tannehill, but throwing him in there right now, I'm just not. I don't think it's like, wow, this is a drastically better team all of a sudden.
Oh, it's drastically better. You just went from like one of the worst 4 quarterbacks in the league to a guy that could be potentially average, potentially top 10.
Okay, potentially. I mean, like top 10 this season is very drastic, but sure, we go from bottom 4 to average maybe.
I mean, did you see him pushing it down the field against one of the best defenses in the league? He wasn't doing that against the Raiders. That was the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt coming at him. Mike Tomlin dialing up defenses.
So how do you see this game going? Like, what does this game look like?
Titans get out to a lead behind the arm strength of Will Levis. Then, once they've made the Tampa Bay offense one-dimensional and they can no longer run the ball with Rachaad White, they're able to pressure Baker. They put palms on him. They're down by at least 14 the whole game. Second half, it's all Derrick Henry out of the backfield, Tajay Spears on screens, and the Tennessee Titans are returning to form. I got Mike Vrabel. You got Todd Bowles. I win.
How many points are they going to win by?
Let me see what my projections have this game at. All right, but I already tell you my projections are going to be wrong here.
Well, because I don't really know how those are going to work with only having a game and a half from Will Levis.
So I have it 19-21 by the Buccaneers, but my projections.
Did you hear that, Tyler?
I walked away for a minute.
No.
He doesn't want to be put up on game. I'm talking too much already.
I just asked, like, I'm not.
We're still on the 1:00 slate. We're 45 minutes into the show. Come on.
I miss you guys, bro. You guys understand? I'm stuck at home. I don't have any friends.
Yeah, well, I got stuff to do today, Spread. I can't be stuck at this computer all night.
I just asked him like what if he's so on Tennessee. I asked him like how much he thinks they're going to win by. He said, "Let me check my predictions." His predictions have Tampa Bay winning 21-19.
To be fair, those projections were based off Ryan Tannehill being the quarterback, though. All right, we'll move on. It's going to be the Titans, though. You guys.
I'm not. I really don't. That's fine. You're standing on the table for Tennessee, and that's more than I'm going to do for Tampa Bay. I just can't believe you're that passionate about it.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you, Richie. Tyler, anything more on this game?
No, take us to the next game. We could be done with the 1:00 slate already.
I mean, we didn't even really get into the Saints-Vikings.
Nobody wants to bet that game.
No, we did. Everyone wanted to hear my breakdown. The Green Bay Packers are plus 3.5, taking on the Fighting Tomlins of Pittsburgh. The Steelers, a total of 38.5. Tyler, I love the Steelers here. the Packers are one of the worst teams in the league. Jordan Love is not Love. I hate watching Jordan Love. Your thoughts, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, I at first I thought it was a look at spot. I had the Steelers schedule a little mixed up. I thought they had the Ravens on a short week. It's actually the Bengals that have the Ravens on a short week on that Thursday night game. So I'm fully in on Pittsburgh here. Their defense is gonna be all over Love. It's gonna look like last week how they did Levis, but they're gonna get the love. Probably turn it over a couple times. Their offense looked a little better last week against that Tennessee defense. I think they put up some points here. Pittsburgh wins this game by at least 3.
JC, everyone's going to tell you. Every other podcast you listen to this week is going to say, plus 3.5. That's too many points. The Steelers don't have a good offense. Well, guess what? How do you attack the Packers? You run the ball. What does Tomlin and our favorite Canada Dry like to do? Run the ball. This Jordan Love's going to look so ineffective against the Steelers defense. Tell me that you're going to join me here with the Steelers, or are you going to be like every other podcast I've listened to this week and take the Packers plus 3.5?
I'm definitely not on the Packers, but I like the under here. If I'm playing, I don't love this game just because I don't know. Like I still don't fully, but like, Pittsburgh bends Pittsburgh. So I wouldn't be shocked if they lost. If I had to bet it, I'd absolutely take the -3. I might find my way into betting this game, but for right now, I just want the under.
All right. I like the Steelers -3.5 there. Let's go. Tyler, before
here in America spread, everyone's got -3. So even better.
Good for you guys. Tyler, before we finish with the morning slate, did you want to go over the Saints Vikings one more time, or you want to go to the afternoon?
No, let's get to the afternoon. I'm clawing my way to the afternoon slate so I can get to work on time.
By the end of the show, we're going to be previewing the college football game day because it'll be a half hour till kick.
We're going to be previewing the college football playoff by the time this show is over.
What? I miss you guys, my friends. My cats won't even hang out with me.
Hey, Spread, I'm right there with you, buddy. It's lonely here in Memphis, so that's why I'll
Tyler, if you want to jump off, me and JC will talk for the next 2 hours.
We'll do our quarterback power ranking.
Yeah,
I'll break show just on the Saints Vikings.
Yeah, we'll do it. A Saints Vikings showdown. Atlanta Falcons are -2. They're in Arizona taking on the Cardinals. Total of 43. This is another one where I think the projections don't really help you, Tyler, because we don't know how well Kyler Murray is going to play. So I don't know. Obligatory Call of Duty joke. We got that out of the way. Total is 43. How are you approaching this game? To me, it's Cardinals or pass here at home.
Add it to the list with the Saints game. We ain't got to talk about it because you could say, oh, I'm going to bet the Cardinals because Kyler's back, but you don't know what he's going to look like. Oh, I'm going to bet the Falcons because Kyler's back and I want to fade him. I can't tell you which side's going to be right. No one can tell you except for the guy who's out on the football field for the first time this year. So complete stay away from me.
Tyler can't tell you, but I'm going to take the Cardinals, dude. I mean, it's just like that Falcons offense is absolutely terrible. I think they're going to get a huge boost from having a competent player there at quarterback. They've been feisty throughout the year. Although, as much as I say this, JC, I have nothing in my betting portfolio so far this week. I have not taken a stand, but I'm just telling you, when I filled out the perfect parlay contest, I did take the Cardinals in the points here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's Cardinals or pass. I agree with Tyler. It's really hard to have an accurate or intelligent read on this game, but I'm going to take the unknown instead of the known. Like, we know Atlanta's offense sucks. They're not going to be able to put up points. Sure, are they good enough to potentially outpace Kyler Murray because you have no clue what he's going to do? Yes, but still, I'm going to take the wild card. Not going to bet it, but if I had to, I think it's Arizona or pass for sure.
Yeah, tough game to get involved with. I would definitely have no problems with you saying I'm not touching this game.
And you missed your chance here. You said obligatory Call of Duty joke. You could have made a Fortnite joke, but you didn't. So missed opportunity there.
Does Kyler play Fortnite?
I don't know, but it's just, same game style.
Tyler, do you ever play Fortnite?
I played it like a couple of years ago. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
brought
like
back
it?
the original map. That's why everyone's playing it right now. Because it's like it was a few years ago.
I have to give her a shot again.
Oh, dude, it's fun. I'm having a blast.
Did you guys got to play together and let me know how it goes?
Okay.
Can you guys team up and be on the same team?
Yeah. So it's a battle royale. So yeah, we could just like 2 of us versus everyone else.
We can get in a
All right.
private lobby spread and put you on the other team and just put you down repeatedly.
If you're bored enough, spread.
But that sounds like so much fun. How could I turn that down? The Detroit Lions.
Why is Spread like fading away like the ghost of Christmas past into his background?
I know
like
you like that.
He's
It's
a light
Homer
bulb
Simpson. Hey, after you guys served me so much on every single game we've talked about so far. All right, the Detroit. Hopefully, you guys agree with me here because this is one of my favorite plays of the week. But it's a super public chalky side, so I am concerned because I took the Detroit Lions at -3, Tyler, against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers, to me, are just fade material. You love teams coming off a bye, right, Tyler? We love the Niners coming off a bye. Well, guess what? The Lions are coming off a bye too. But their opponent isn't off a bye. Their opponent's on a short week after looking so awesome for Monday Night Football. I was hoping that powerful performance by the Chargers was going to get them some love here in this betting market, but that has not been the case. All the money's coming in on the Lions. Tyler, am I just a lemming walking over a cliff here, or are the Lions going to get this done?
No, I just want to hit the rewind button real quick to Tuesday when I'm like, Lions, smash spot, and you're like, nah. And here we are Friday. He's got a whole paragraph written out on how we're going to bet the Lions, and how this is the right side. It's like, but yeah, they are the right side.
It proves that I'm open-minded. Unlike you guys who never listen to me. Me, open-minded. I listen to you guys.
I was on the Raiders last week. And I was on the Raiders against Chicago. Oh, yeah, that one.
But yeah, Detroit here. David Montgomery's back, coming off a bye. Chargers short week versus a Jets team that has no offense. They couldn't move the ball at all. Detroit, they're going to be able to run the ball with Montgomery, Gibbs, whoever they want to run it with. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to light up at secondary. It's not even technically a road game for Jared Goff. He's played in the stadium years ago. It's basically a home game for him. The Lions fans will outnumber the Chargers. It's the Lions here. They're going to smash.
Let me guess, JC, you love Justin Herbert here.
No, absolutely not. I made that face because Goff didn't technically play here because they're in the new arena.
In SoFi?
Yeah. Like he might have played one season there, but I don't think so.
One season there.
Did he? I don't think so.
Super Bowl season.
Yeah, the Super Bowl season. That stadium was built.
The year they lost. I think that was the first year of SoFi.
Okay, could be. Anyway, I have no clue why the line is this short. We like Detroit. I love Detroit. They're coming off a bye against a Chargers team they got one less day of prep. Chargers only beat bad teams and they get smoked by everyone else. I'm locking it in. I got -3 at -105 right now. Just get it in now. That's kind of what I talked about at the beginning or pre-show with you guys is there aren't many great spots on the board this week, but the good spots are phenomenal. And this is definitely one of them.
All right. JC says the Lions are on that good. Highest total of the Sunday slate. JC, 48.5. Does this game go over?
Yeah, probably. Like I said, I think I'm done betting over, so I'm just going to stay away. But this definitely has big potential because the Lions do give up points and the Chargers are good at scoring a few. So, I think something like 35-21, wouldn't be surprised if it was something in that range.
All right. JC likes the Lions and the over when they're in Los Angeles taking on the Chargers. The New York Giants are taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys laying 17 coming off that tough loss against the Eagles. I had the Eagles last week. I victory lapped it this week. Let's be honest, dude. I had to get kind of lucky. I mean, that game definitely could have gone either way. So it was nice to have a little luck on my side there. I definitely didn't have luck on my side with the Nuggets -3.5 against the Warriors 2 nights ago. I'm still not over that. but I have my luck on the side with that Cowboys loss. Now the Cowboys are laying 17. JC, I think the only way you look at this is to just lay 17. They won 40-0 when Daniel Jones played.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I know like 41.
I know this is gonna piss off Tyler, but that Eagles game, man, that was the wild. I've never seen an ending like that. I know you were on Monday's show to talk about it, but that was just obscene.
Yeah, that was wild.
I loved it.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, no.
Were you on the Cowboys?
No, I was on the Eagles, but it was just I was like sweating it out because that was the most crazy ending. Like they were trying to just give it to the Cowboys.
They kept giving them chances, that's for sure.
Anyways, yeah, no, it was funny. I was texting you guys about this game. My father-in-law wanted me to place a bet on the Giants for him at plus 16, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait to place a period because I knew the line was gonna move. It's all the way up to 17.5. I'm sure we'll see at least another point before Sunday, but still, it doesn't matter. Just take Dallas. It's going to be ugly. There is zero reason to bet the Giants. Probably a good spot, though, to take some Saquon Barkley props.
All right, Tyler. What we ended up agreeing on, because I couldn't convince you the total, was the Dallas team total over 27.5. I think that's a safe way to approach this game.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and break that down, Tyler.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
good luck, huh? We're sharp group over here.
Why would we bet a Dallas team total at 39.5 when the Giants are going to give us 0 to 6 points anyway? And we get better odds on a 27.5. We got plus money on that. So I think that's a way better way to approach it. The Giants aren't going to help you whatsoever on this total, so that's why I didn't want to play the full game over. I'd rather just play. Dallas they're going to name their square. They beat up on bad teams, so they should be able to get to 28. What's their defensive score in this game? Plus 400. I think that's worth a stab.
It's a good bet, yeah.
That's a good bet.
But yeah, just team total and their defensive score here.
All right. I think Perfect Rotation asked about this earlier. Washington Commanders are plus 6 in Seattle, taking on the Seahawks. Totals 44.5. I like the Seattle Seahawks here, JC. I like the Seahawks, man. Coming off a loss. Talked about teams that beat up bad teams. Seattle's kind of there too, although they beat the Lions. Commanders, I don't really think that they're that good. I mean, the Commanders lost to the New York Giants. Right? That's not a ringing endorsement. That's also a long travel, right? We talk about traveling in Germany. Washington to Seattle is about the same as Boston to London. So it's a long trip as well. Give me the Seahawks minus 6. Your thoughts, JC?
Yeah, I completely agree. If it was in Washington, I might think twice about it. But being in Seattle, I'm catching minus 5.5. I think that's a real easy bet. Taking Washington to win by up to a touchdown. I got no problem with that one. Like you said, they beat bad teams here, so there's no reason to overthink this one either.
Perfect Rotation says, I don't think Washington is getting the respect that they deserve. What would they deserve it for?
Yeah. In Seattle, too, like I said, if it was in Washington, that'd be one thing. But, it's playing in Seattle. That's worth a point or two. So,
one of the best home field advantages in the NFL. Tyler, your thoughts here? Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Seattle just kind of goes in, bounces back after a bad loss last week. Picks up a win here. Washington's pass defense is so bad. DK and Lockett should both have big games. I think DK explodes right here. Kenneth Walker could also run the ball against his defense with no Sweat, no Chase Young now. So interested to see how their defense looks against an offense that could actually do something, unlike the Patriots last week. They were minus 6 before. I see they're 5.5 now. I was using them in teasers, money line parlays. You can still use them in the money line parlays. Teasers, a little weird now that they're down to 5. So I think they win the game handily. Washington's pass offense, though, that is a bright spot for them. I think Howell's second in the league in yards. He might end up leading the league in passing yards because I believe the only guy in front of him is Mahomes. Mahomes could just keep smashing and throwing for 350 plus, but there's going to be games where I think those receivers just blank out on him, and Washington's going to play 90% of their games from behind. So Sam Howell could easily lead this league in passing yards, but they're not. I don't think they beat Seattle this week. Seattle wins this game.
Seattle, I think, is a good play there. Can I convince you to adding this to the sheet?
I'd much rather just keep it as a teaser or a money line parlay instead of laying the points. It's still Geno Smith.
Hey, JC, I think Tyler was a stripper in his former life because he just wants to tease everything. The New York Jets.
You got the zingers today, spread.
Yeah, if I'm going to keep Tyler on for a long time, I got to at least come on with some jokes here. But the New York Jets are even now against the Las Vegas Raiders. The books erroneously made the Raiders the underdog. The super sharp market, consisting of super sharp bettors who understand football to a T, realized we have a coach from Compton who turned the team around. JC, it should be Raiders -7 here. Give me Las Vegas once again. That's right. Raiders time. Hold on. Raiders time. Raiders time. What do you think?
I hate betting the Raiders. Like we talked about this
Colt Miller again?
Oh. Week after week, we talked about this. I hate betting the Raiders. Like even last week, like I was shaky. I mean, like I said, I wasn't confident. I bet the money line instead of taking the points or laying the points. Excuse me. It's certainly Raiders or pass, but it is a primetime game. Is this not going to get? How is this game not getting flexed?
Because who doesn't want to see the most captivating man on the sideline, Antonio Pierce, the hottest rookie in the game, Aiden O'Connell, the best receiver in the league, Devontae Adams, the best pass rusher, Max Crosby. This is a star-studded affair.
Taking on the Jets?
Yes. Zach Wilson, the MILF hunter.
Yeah, I mean, after what we saw on Monday, like people were saying like they'd rather have seen the Jets win on Monday and then bet the Raiders, but I disagree.
I agree with you there.
Monday,
yeah, I was really rooting for the Jets there.
That makes zero sense to me because like they're bad. That's what we saw on Monday. They're bad. They couldn't even keep it close with the Chargers. I'm a sucker for a Sunday night bet, so don't make me regret it, but I'll ride with the Raiders.
Thank God.
36?
Tyler.
What about I've not seen the total yet. That is disgusting. 36.
This is worse than last night's game. Because at least last night's game, you were able to get 3.5 to where it's like
there was no Hall of Famers in last night's game.
Yeah, but last night's game, this game is legit pick the winner. Last night's game, you got the 3.5. You just took the points and you ended up winning at the end of the day. This one, you can't even just take the points because it's a pick 'em. You legit have to pick one of these quarterbacks to win you the game.
Yeah. Do you want the stud out of Purdue or the lame-o out of BYU?
Just don't bet.
Okay, well, last night the D2 quarterback beat the best D2 quarterback beat the best D1 quarterback.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's not always you don't always get what
Do
you
want
get.
Do you want the pudgy Boilermaker or do you want the Mormon from BYU? Like that's what we're talking about for Sunday Night Football. So do you know what we do if that happens, JC?
What do we do, Tyler?
We have all of our money already made for the day, and we don't bet that game. We're already in bed.
Yeah, I got it. Especially, I can't even
I stick to my rules. You don't bet bad quarterbacks in this league.
I mean, and 36 points. Like I know we talked about blindly betting unders in prime time, but holy cow, 36 points. Okay.
It's gonna be another easy win from the coach from Compton.
Where are you at on the total?
Under.
Yeah.
Jets are only going to score like 3 points.
Maybe do like Vegas +3 parlayed under like 40. Probably catch that at like close to even money.
The biggest thing that worries me here too is like the Bears gave the blueprint a few weeks ago where it's like, oh, the Raiders just suck outside of Max Crosby on defense. So run the plays to the left.
No, that was under the old coach that nobody liked.
I didn't know Josh McDaniels was running the defense.
He was running the whole team and nobody liked him.
Look, I mean, the other thing too, if the Jets just give the ball to Brees Hall, like that's kind of what we saw on Monday too. It's like that was working, and yeah, they kind of got far behind, but it's like just give it to Brees Hall. That's all you got to do, and you'll score more points than allowing.
When an NFL head coach has taken over mid-season and won their first game, they are on an 0-7 streak in game 2. This team was in the locker room.
How many coaches of those guys were from Compton?
This team was in the locker room smoking backwoods and cigars like they were hanging out in the club. Like,
yep.
Yeah, that bodes well.
Look, I mean, it was the exact same thing when Dan Campbell took over for Adam Gase in Miami. Like, it's like you think you're on top of the world. So
You end up with a fantastic coach in Dan Campbell.
Right, but it's the same thing. We won our first game. We're like, holy crap, it's incredible. And then I think they like lost their next 3, something like that. He might have won his first 2 and then lost, but it was like super high, and then it's like, oh yeah.
But he wasn't going against Zach Wilson in game 2.
Here we go, Dolphins 2010.
Are you pulling it up?
I think, yeah, I am. The Dolphins 2010 season. So they went over to Europe, lost, fired Gase. Shoot, when did he take over? I got it. Someone filibuster for me.
All right, so Tyler.
All right, I'll do it myself. Yeah, I mean, he was. Go ahead. You got it?
Yeah. Tyler, how do you feel we did it on the show so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty
we got
good
there.
So far.
I had to speed it up halfway through, but we got there.
Yeah, I think people will be pissed about the lack of Viking Saints breakdown, but hopefully they'll forgive us.
Well, okay.
Did you find it, JC?
Yeah, I had the wrong season. He got hired by the Dolphins in 2010. He took over.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised because he did like a good job, right? I mean, Miami sucked, but he did a good job with it. And then he still like couldn't get a head coaching job for a while. So started 1-3. They won 2. That's right. They beat the Titans, then they beat the Texans, and everyone's like, wow, people were joking that Campbell should coach the Miami Hurricanes too. And then they lost their next 2. Beat the Eagles.
Sounds about right. We're gonna get this win this week, JC, and then we'll probably lose next week.
And then it'll fall apart.
Yeah.
And then it'll fall apart.
We got one more. Dude, Zach Wilson, that's just like a layup.
Tyson Badgett was a layup too.
That was with Josh McDaniels. It was like it feels like
right. Then, yeah. After this, they got Miami, Kansas City, Minnesota.
Oh, we're gonna screw you guys up. I feel so bad for Tua. He's probably gonna die.
It's in Miami.
What do you think the line for that will be, JC?
Oh, great question.
Let me see if Bet Online has it up.
Miami minus 6.5.
No, it's gonna be more than that.
9.5.
Yeah, that seems about right.
9.5. Tyler, should we lock that in now?
What was that?
He wants to take the Raiders plus 9.5 next week.
Against the Raiders next week?
No.
We're covering that for sure, bro.
Is it the Chiefs or the Dolphins next week?
Dolphins.
Yeah, no, they're gonna boat race them. They're gonna beat the hell out of the Raiders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Miami minus 9.5. Get it now before it goes up to like 12.
Yeah.
No.
They're gonna win the game by like 20. That'll be the game. That'll be the game. They're back on the map. Tua's 400 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Tyreek $150 and 2.
Come on,
Tyler, what's your best bet?
Records is what we do. Hey,
what's your best bet for week 10?
Hey, spread. If the Raiders win this week and Miami beats them, does that count as beating a team with a winning record? Since like the McDaniels team is like that's a different team, right? This is a new team, so the Raiders will be 2-0.
I mean, we'd be 5-5 at that if we won, right? We're 4-5 right now.
You're 4-6 right now.
We're 4-6.
Yeah.
No. Nope. Sorry, it doesn't count. Tyler, what's your best bet for week 10 in the NFL?
We're going back to the game you love, spread.
Do not give out the freaking 49ers.
Me and JC are going to lock arms on this. Already.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to be so pissed.
You might want to bet this 49ers game because when you're sitting there Sunday night and your Raiders are pissing down their leg, you're going to be pissed you don't have that extra money in your account.
He's not wrong.
JC.
Yeah.
What's the best bet for you?
Yeah, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. My best bet for Week 10 is betting the Dolphins in Week 11, minus 9.5 against
You
the
can't
Las
do
Vegas
that.
Raiders.
You can't do that.
All
Dude,
right,
this
all
is
right.
me against the world. The whole chat's on the Niners, too.
Of course they are. It's a smash spot.
No,
If I can't take the Dolphins, I'm going to go a little off the rails here. Where is it? I just want to make sure I got the right odds. Oh, no, it's not up.
what do you mean? What do you need the odds for? The Raiders game's a pick 'em.
No, not that. I wanted to take a Saquon Barkley bet. But there's no rush, like his props aren't up yet, only Pollard. So since I can't, I'm also going to I'll take Cincinnati minus 6.5.
All right. You're fading the Texans, even though our whole chat is from Houston. Real smart there, JC.
Look, man, you want your fans to feel something. So even if it's hate, it's better than them just feeling neutral.
But they're supposed to hate me, not you. You guys are the popular ones.
They don't hate you, Spread. They just,
No, I don't.
They don't like your picks.
Well, they're going to love this one. The Pittsburgh Steelers, -3. They're going to take out the Packers. There will be love lost.
Hey-o.
Yeah, there you go. That's my final one for the day. JC, you want to give us words of wisdom to get out of here?
You're some fan. I mean, you're not even going to ride with the Raiders for your best bet.
I mean, it's not
That's how you
technically not.
That's how you know that whole breakdown was just
It was just
what do
fanfare.
they call
Lip
it?
service.
WWE, a work?
Wait, what?
Just doing a Stephen A. impression.
No, the Raiders are a good bet.
But they're not the best bet. So
Because we don't have Tomlin yet. Maybe Pierce will be the next Tomlin, but he's not there yet.
Okay.
All right, JC, words of wisdom here.
Yeah, man.
Maybe speak about patience for our my friend up here in the top right corner.
I won't do that because I'm just going to go ahead and get to it because I could quickly find something. But I'm going with Mark Twain today. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. And boy, are we getting started, man. I mean, what a day we've had. I opened up the day with Between the Circles. You guys had NBA rundown. Now we're talking touchdowns. Boy, are we getting started. It's a wonderful time of year. Let's make some money. Let's have a great weekend, boys. And like I said, unofficial best bet, Dolphins -9.5, Week 11.
Raiders in the house.